What I am about to tell you is not only huge for Xbox, if it is true, but the timing of it couldn't have been more perfect in my life. Because you see, I was just, like, I'm talking a few minutes ago here before I saw this, I was just looking up like random gaming stuff, and I saw that Xbox is having a huge sale right now on critically acclaimed games, like they're calling it the critically acclaimed sale, and I came across this, Lost Odyssey for the Xbox 360 for just $6. Now, if you don't know, this is a critically acclaimed game that is just on the Xbox 360. No other platform has it. If you ever look up any like top turn-based JRPG list on like Reddit or something like that, Lost Odyssey will frequently come up. So naturally, it's been on my list for a long time to buy it and play it. Now, I have an Xbox, so that's cool, but I'm thinking that shortly here, I may just go full PC. So that's a problem if this game is only on the 360. And I checked, and no, this isn't like one of those cloud-supported games where you can play it on the Xbox app on your PC. No, it looks like you have to have like an Xbox 360 or, any recent Xbox console. Well, literally, just like 1 minute after I saw that, I came across this whole thing, where this has been kind of going around for the past few days now from a YouTube video where basically it's talking about a leak or a rumor or something like that, where basically Microsoft is allegedly working on an official Xbox emulator for Windows devices, so computers. Yeah, we could have an actual Xbox emulator on our computers, nothing unofficial, like an actual Microsoft one. And the thing is, there is a huge Xbox showcase that is going to be happening 2 weeks from tomorrow on June 8th. That's on a Sunday. And it's also rumored that this emulator will be announced at that time. I don't know if the rumor says that it will be released like day one of that announcement, but yes, this is apparently when they are going to at least announce it, basically 2 weeks from now. So this is all coming from this YouTube video 6 days ago. This is actually a stream. It's about 3 hours long from a Spanish YouTuber named Xtas. I've talked about him before, but basically he has different inside sources. He talks about a lot of these leaks. And essentially, yeah, from this YouTube video, I saw a few different articles basically talking about how this general rumor was discussed by Xtas and how, according to his insiders, this is apparently supposed to be announced in a couple weeks from now. And yeah, it's going to be an official Xbox emulator. Now, I didn't want to just take the article's word for it because, yeah, I saw multiple articles, but really no like direct quotes. A lot of it is maybe due to challenges with translation, but then also just the fact that it's like a 3-hour live stream. Maybe the journalists don't want to like dig through all of it. So basically, I went through the entire transcript of the video. Now, what's funny is when you go through an official YouTube transcript, that isn't translated, but you can get like translated subtitles in real time. Kind of funny they can't just do both, but basically I got the transcript. I copied and pasted different parts into Google Translate because Google Translate has like a character limit. Anyway, to spare you about my journey translating all of this, I basically did this a few times, and I did come across this specific quote that I wanted to show. Again, this is using Google Translate from the transcript of a live stream, so maybe give it some grace. Some of it might be a little bit off. So this is all just Xtas talking. So he says, quote, "Will there be more backwards compatible games? Forget it. No, there are no plans. They are not working on it. What they are working on is transferring the backwards compatible games you currently have to PC, because this is the important thing we discussed a while ago. This is the work they are doing to create an Xbox emulator for PC, specifically for Windows. They are working on an Xbox emulator for Windows. This will allow you to take your entire Xbox library playable on Windows. It is important to note, as a disclaimer, this does not mean that your Xbox library will become Windows games." So breaking that down, essentially what that means is that, going back to my original example here with Lost Odyssey, you can only play that game on an Xbox 360, no exceptions. You can't play it on a PC unless you really dig into like an unofficial Xbox 360 emulator. You have to have an Xbox. And it's one of those games that it's not on like the PC version of the Xbox app. But the thing is, with an emulator, that would all change. I can take any Xbox game that I have, anything for the actual console itself, and I can just play it on my PC. Another example would maybe be like the Age of Empires games, for example. I know that there are two different versions of the recent AoE 2. There's the console version and the PC version. Console has different things, different controls, and if you are wanting to play on controller versus keyboard and mouse, you can't really do all of that with the PC version. That's just how it works. But again, with this, that wouldn't be the case. You could do that on PC just with the official Xbox emulator. Basically, literally anything you could do on the Xbox, you could do on your PC. And where it gets even better is when you think about what this actually could mean, where this, I don't think this would actually be an emulator of just like an Xbox Series console. Now, this is just my thought here. I don't believe XTOS did cover this specifically, but in my opinion, I think that this could maybe be an emulator of sorts of all four Xbox generations. Maybe that's a stretch, but I figure if they're going to do something like this, maybe they would also give you the option to do the older three Xboxes as well, if you want to. So that would be the Xbox original, the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One, whereas now the current version is the Xbox Series. In my opinion, the Series would be like the default version of the emulator, but then maybe optionally you could also bring up the other three. That could be a little bit complicated, but I'm sure that it is in Microsoft's vaults, the, actual code for those original three consoles. So that would also be very cool. And I think that overall, this is good for game preservation. A lot of people in these articles have pointed out that this goes right along with Xbox's, commitment recently for game preservation, as well as their whole thing with Play Anywhere. It really is looking like they're giving us every reason, once again, to just not buy an Xbox. Because yeah, if I can do this and I can play, one of the last games I feel like that is only on an Xbox console and not on PC, Lost Odyssey. If I can play that on PC, then why would I want to get an Xbox? Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting strategy for the Xbox hardware. I don't really know what direction they are taking that, but I think overall an Xbox emulator officially by Microsoft is pretty awesome.